Fix me.
And then coming over here, we have my Titan shelf, I guess. Finally got that Vladivostok Metroplex in there. I'm really liking that a lot, although the batteries don't last very long. And that's the only shelf I could fit on this wall because this is where the magic happens. This is my little YouTube studio corner, I guess. This is where I make my videos. Got my Fortnite boat down here for Copperhead, standing in for a water moccasin, and that's it for that side. So on this wall, again, combiners are up on top because, you know, they're tall. They just display well up there. So there's Menasor, MMCs, Bruticus. I love MMC's figures. I think they're just the best feeling and best quality, easy transformation for the most part. My little G1 guy back there, knockoff. I'm happy with the Hasbro Devastator. I think it looks very good. That's got the DNA upgrade kit on it. I did a video about the DNA upgrade kit again. Yeah, I guess I'm plugging a lot of videos during this collection, but I'm just coming across stuff that I have there. There's my hauler back there, you know, honorary 7th Constructicon, I guess. And then this is my preferred Predaking. I'm not the biggest fan of Predaking, but I like the Unique Toys one. It's, you know, I was able to get it on sale for like $100 or something like that. And a couple of G1. The G1s are very big, anyway. And then down here we got Insecticons. This is the Bad Cube set. I still like that set. It's pretty cartoon accurate. And then my G1 guys here. Kickback is the only childhood Insecticon that I owned. These two are G1s I picked up later. There's my Shockwave. I painted the eye on Shockwave to make it stand out more. I really wish I could get the proper color, the MP Plus, but it's just so expensive. And there's a knockoff G1 back there. And there's my Megatron. That is an official Megatron. I had to cough up the funds for that one, of course, because it's Megatron. There's my Robot Paradise Soundwave with a reissue Soundwave behind there. And there is my childhood Soundwave, which is actually Cassette Man. I think a lot of the G1 toys I had were knockoffs or possibly Diaclone. I'm not sure, but probably Chaos, considering I was in a small town. And here's my cassettes. I actually prefer the Takara Laserbeak to the Fans Toys one, or Robot Paradise. They did a good job with Ravage, though, and the Rumble and Frenzy are pretty good. Which one's which? I'm not going to get into that. Make Toys visualizers, I think. I prefer the Make Toys reflector. Again, it's just a good feel. It's pretty cartoon accurate, except for the chest plates, but I like the chest plates. I think they look cool with that sort of transparent green lens thing on top. It's like G1 but with one change, and I'm good with that. I kind of like that style. And this is all I have left of my again, this is probably a knockoff, I'm not sure. My Crocs. I think that's a KO. That's all I have left of my G1 reflector. I don't know where the other two pieces went. Down here we got the Seeker shelf. So Seekers, yes, I used to have all the Make Toys Seekers. Again, I really like Make Toys, but I upgraded. Well, I consider it an upgrade to these Transform Element ones. Is it Transform Element? Crimson Wings? Yeah. So all three of those. And, oh, where's my... Yeah, Thundercracker's over there. He's over on the YouTube table. I am working... Eventually I'll get around to doing a short video about Thundercracker's wings. Anyway, that is a G1 that I picked up secondhand. Kind of going in reverse order here. That is a reissue Starscream back there. And then this is the Earthrise Starscream, I think. I had a G1 Starscream. That was the only Seeker I had as a kid, but I gave it to my friend's nephew. So that's a stand-in there. Because at the time I wasn't displaying any of my G1 toys, so I didn't have this display set up. And then over here I'm happy with the, what are these? Earthrise again? Siege? I'm happy with the mainline cone heads, and then this is a reissue set that I picked up secondhand. Now down here, there's more Seekers. This wall has a lot of Seekers on it. These ones here, these are the knockoff Rainmakers that I picked up on eBay some time ago. I did a video about those too, yes. And then when they came out with these Siege versions, I got those and displayed them in the jet mode. And that's Nacelle. I had the club exclusive Nacelle, so he's just gone into vehicle mode. I love these. I love that we finally got Sandstorm and what was that one? Cloud Cover, they called them? Yeah. And then there's some more knockoff, I guess, clones, right? Just the generic Seeker clones that we used to see in the cartoons. Then over here is my Cybertron section for the Welcoming Committee. Yeah, I did a video about those guys too. So that's kind of an assortment of various pieces that have been, some of them have been customized to make that Welcoming Committee on the first episode of Transformers G1 cartoon. And then I had these three all 3D printed, but then Hasbro started making them. So now I've swapped out my 3D print with a Origins Jazz and Bumblebee. And Wheeljack is on the way, so as soon as I get that, hopefully I can pick one of those up at Toys R Us. I will be swapping that out as well. But I had my friend 3D print this one, so it's large enough to fit that Bumblebee inside. He can actually go right up inside there. If you do want to see the 3D models of those two, they're in the video I made. And then the last shelf on this wall down here is Triple Changers and Battle Chargers. So I'm so happy we finally got these Battle Chargers because Again, I've done videos about this, but I made a lot of customs battle chargers while I was waiting for us to get good versions of them. They're not very good customs, so I think I called that video a crappy custom or something. But anyway, there's my triple changers. I still have the old transportation captain there as my astrotain. I think he's good. I don't need masterpiece for these. I don't need masterpiece triple changers. Very happy with that Blitzwing. I did a video about how to modify his arms. Sorry for all the plugging. I'm just mentioning it just in case you're interested. You don't have to watch those videos, but they are there if you want. And then down here, this is just a IKEA couple drawers here with stuff inside, mostly G.I. Joe. And then yeah, that's my HasLab Sky Striker. I had to find some place to display that. And then these are the crossover ones. I'm not very happy with these figures that Hasbro's doing. These O-ring figures just aren't quite as good. But those are not the new ones. Those are my original ones with the crossover Transformers, which I do like. I think they've done a pretty good job with those. And then moving on over here, this wall here has a bunch of stuff on it, but we're going to start here, and this is Star Wars land. So the Emperor is my favorite character in Star Wars, so this is all Emperor Palpatine stuff. That is my only Hot Toys figure. I had a Stormtrooper, but I sold it. It's a collector plate because for a time you couldn't find a lot of Star Wars merchandise. I bought a plate. I think I was working at eBay at the time, and I kept getting tempted by stupid stuff like that, and that's just one of those electronic Stormtroopers there. Oh, Master Replica's lightsaber. And down here, so what I've done is I've got a Star Wars shelf here, and the main characters are Bandai, and then Black Series is the rest, and then down here is Empire Strikes Back. That is a little statue Yoda, because I think that's better than any of the figures that have been done. And these are, yeah, these are all Black Series here. And my Bounty Hunter's there. No disintegrations. And then down here is Return of the Jedi. I would like to get more Ewoks, but they're a little expensive, in my opinion. There's my Emperor Palpatine there, and Luke and Vader here are Bandai. I will probably be swapping this for the new Black Series Vader, because I don't really like the solid lower cape, or whatever you call this, the tabard or whatever. I'm not sure about the Luke, though. I might keep that Luke because I like having the arm articulation so he can wield his lightsaber properly. This is my Gamorrean Guard, which I drove all the way down to Washington to buy at Target back in the day. Oh, that's a Mafex Boba Fett. I really like the Mafex Boba Fett very much. And there's the Leia that I guess we won't be seeing again. Sorry, my focus is being lost here. That's the old Kenner dais, though, that he's sitting on, and the Kenner Salacious Crumb. Because at the time they weren't available. I guess now you can get that stuff in Black Series, but I don't really care. Down here I've got kind of a short shelf. There's not a light down here because I've got my Falcon, which I'll show you in a moment. But this is basically an Empire, Stormtrooper, Clone Trooper type of shelf, and a bit of Mandalorian, because when that show started, I started getting some figures. Those two. That one is a Bandai. No, that's SH Figuarts. Sorry. I love the client. I love Werner Herzog in that role. There's a droid from the IT crowd. I mean, you know, it's Moss. I had a few more Mandalorian figures, but I got rid of them as the show declined in quality. And then down here, this is my D'Agostini Millennium Falcon. I think I did do a bit of a video about this. Yeah, I didn't do the whole build, but I did some. This one's cool because it's got lights in it and everything, casting a shadow. There's Spike. Spike is piloting the Falcon just because he fits. And then this opens up. I had the interior all customized. I had a lot of more LEDs going on in here, but they've stopped working over time. And some of those parts are 3D printed. There's another Spike in there. He's just the right scale. Yeah, it's too bad. They used to have blue LEDs on the floor. I mean, it comes with some LEDs, but I added a bunch of extra ones, and I guess my wiring wasn't very good, so things have stopped working over time. And then here in the middle, I've got a window here. So what I've done is put carded and boxed figures on the wall here. So this is just a collection of stuff. I've got some of the retro Star Wars figures, a couple of He-Man Origins ones, and these are the reissued Turtles. Basically, these are just random things that I remember from my childhood and going to stores and things. I remember trying to hunt down Robotech figures. I couldn't find them anywhere. Starcom, great toy line. These are reissues. Golden Girls, I just love Golden Girls. I think it's such a well-written comedy series. I've always been a fan. I used to watch it with my nan when I was a kid, and I still like it. So I just had to have those. I couldn't resist the NECA Golden Girls. These are partly knockoffs, partly reissues. And then up here, these are actually recards. So I ordered some card backs from Beggar's Canyon Toys, and they're really good quality. And then I recarded these because this is actually my very first G.I. Joe figure. This is not the exact one, I have it, but this is a nicer copy. So Recondo was my first Joe figure I ever owned, and that got me into G.I. Joe and ignited my love for that. So yeah, I just recarded it just to remind me of that memory. And then Televiper was my second one, so my first Cobra. That is that my childhood? No, that's a better copy. I've got my childhood ones elsewhere. Yeah, so I just recarded those myself. Very happy with that. Same with Storm Shadow. Storm Shadow, that's the one I mentioned earlier. I got him, I'm pretty sure, on my 8th birthday along with the Optimus Prime, so I recarded him as well. Had to put a sticker on the Storm Shadow because I actually scratched it off when I was a kid because I decided that would become Billy. And if you read the comics, you know why. And then Battle Force 2000, I was able to get a cheap original card and recard this blaster. I just like that figure. One of the last figures I remember buying was the Battle Force 2000 sets. This I just have here because an eBay seller sent me something I ordered, and he inverted this box to package it, and I was like, wow, cool! I got a free box, so I just put it back together. Anyway, and then the last corner over here is also random stuff. So there's again, just childhood memories. I remember getting that Party Wagon for Christmas. That's the reissue, and then this Micro Machines playset, a couple of mask boxes. I love the packaging that the mask had. And then this is just some representatives from Motu. I did get that Snout Spout recently. This shelf is probably going to change soon. I keep getting conflicted because I like displaying a lot of figures, but then I find it gets too crowded. So I think I'd prefer to just do Motu like this. I mean, this just tells you, okay, this is He-Man and Skeletor, and I don't need to have all the characters there. Same with Thundercats, although I do like Mandora. She was a cool character. I might retire the Lucky Cat, Voltron, and this Brave Star, but make room for some Ghostbusters or something. And then TMNT, this has changed quite a bit too. These are some knockoff NECA ones because you just can't get. I don't know why they never reissued those figures. And then this is my movie set here. I love that movie. They just really did a great job with that movie. That was a great way of translating the comic book, which I didn't even know at the time. I just thought, okay, the Turtles are growing up with me. This is a more mature take on the Ninja Turtles. But yeah, it's based on the comic. Very faithful adaptation. This is the way to do it. So I like these figures. And it took me forever to get Danny Pennington there. I had to wait for like a year. Over a year, I think, for Loot Box to ship that bloody guy to me. I don't know why. Anyhow, then down here, this is Classified. I was back and forth on Classified. Did not like the original thing. I was so hyped for it. Disappointed with the designs, but they course corrected, so I am buying more Classified with a bit of Super 7 mixed in because I love the cartoon looks. They're really nailing it, but I don't think those guys are going to stay around on my shelf. So, yeah, there's my custom Red Ninjas. Yes, I made a video about that too. And Cobra Command. Just some favorites here. This is kind of a Egghead Marvel character that I've tried to customize into Dr. Venom, but I need a better head for it. Waiting on Torch. Don't have room for all the Classified figures, but... And again, there's a Pyramid of Darkness set in the background there because that was my favorite G.I. Joe storyline. I know it's corny, but I loved it. It's Pyramid of Darkness, not Pyramids of Darkness, as everyone calls it. And there is, yeah, Classified Recondo, blah, blah, blah. These guys. If you follow my Instagram, which you should, I did a few pictures of this. This is to represent the comic issue number 61. My favorite storyline was when the Joes were captured in Barovia and Outback had to make his way back to base. And I really enjoyed that storyline, so I'm just representing that here. Although now there's a retro Stalker coming out, so I guess I'm buying Stalker again, which is very annoying. And down here, I think this is my last shelf to show you. This is Iron Man. So I was collecting a lot of Marvel when the movies were coming out, but now I've just scaled it back to just Iron Man stuff. So just 3 Hall of Armor units there. A very unpopular video I did on my channel about how to wire an AC adapter up to those displays, so you don't have to put batteries in all of them. So there's a few SH Figuarts figures in here, along with Marvel Legends. That's my one Revoltech. And I love MODOK. MODOK is just so bizarre. I love him. Used to play a lot of Marvel vs. Capcom in the arcade, so I got that figure there. And yeah, these I keep confusing Bandai and SH Figuarts. They're the same thing. I probably know that when I'm not recording. Anyway, really good figures. And yeah, and then down here is just my Cobra Bug and some mask stuff there. So that's it for shelving. Oh, I guess I could show you this. This is a cabinet I built myself with some lighting in it and then a few models. I like this Star Destroyer. This is a copy of the, what's it called? I forget the name now, but anyway, it's a Star Destroyer resin model kit that I've put fiber optic lights into. And I like that I've got a a Tantive 4 that's in scale. You can just see how just massive it is. There's a Nebulon B Frigate, one of my favorite Star Wars ships. So yeah, I did all the lights and electronics in this guy here, but it takes up a lot of space. Yeah, and then a partial USS flag, just the tower here. So, and I've got some LEDs in there as well. I guess I'll turn the lights on so I can show you. Yeah, so put some lighting in there. So there's my flag. Kind of a mess inside, but anyway. And that concludes my collection tour. So let me give you a bit of a wide shot here. So there's the wall we just looked at. Going backwards here. Underneath my little stage there, by the way, that's my childhood desk. So that's the tour. Let me know what you think. Is it too cluttered? Should I change it? Does this look like the house of a crazy person? Probably. Whenever people visit the house, I have a weird mixture of pride and shame when they see this room. People are interested, but I imagine they're probably looking at it thinking, wow, I didn't realize how expensive mental illness could be. Do you guys have a collection room? Do you have room? It's hard to find space for all this stuff. I think that's the challenge that I'm sure most of you have as well. So, thanks for watching the Transfixed collection tour. If you liked the video, please leave a like and subscribe, and check out my Transfixed Instagram channel. Thanks for watching.